What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, a Knicks fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop? Hit the notification. All right, let's get into this video, y'all. Oh. All right, the Knicks don't play again until Wednesday, so we're gonna hear it. Actually, Stephen A came out. They wasn't too hard on the Knicks. They was like the Knicks put up a fight. Moral victory. I don't know, man. I don't know. Moral victory or not. The Knicks got beaten again by another top team. I don't know, man. I'm being real with you. It's getting to a point where you expect the Knicks to lose against Austin, Cavs, and OKC teams in this caliber. And what do that have? What do that say about our team, y'all? Come on, hit me in the comments. What do that say about our team if we cannot beat the elite teams? You said there's over a silver lining in the cloud, and that silver lining is, I know it just might be the playoffs. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It just might be the playoffs. The silver lining for the New York Knicks might be the playoffs. We get into that a little bit later. But this scheme that the Knicks is running, that Tom is running, icy like trapping, forcing the man to the weak side, packing the paint. This is what's killing our team. I'm always talking about it, and it's like this blown in the wind. Yeah, y'all agree with me, but it's disappointing because I don't see a championship coming. Not with this scheme. The thing about Tibbs is that you hear me talk about how him not playing the bench, the reserve, the young guys. We down to like 20-something games, and there's no change. Like, the last time we played this team, they blew our doors off. You know what scheme you ran. You come out with the same game plan. This is why I don't understand when y'all start talking about, you know what I'm saying? When I say y'all, I mean the Tom Thibodeau defenders. We're not going to win a championship, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm afraid. That we might get knocked out the first round, especially depending on who we meet, because right about now, all the top coaches, they already know Tibbs' game plan, man. They know the Knicks' game plan, and it's not hard. It's not hard. The only thing that stops other teams or teams that really shoot the three-point ball very well is if they have an off night. The Knicks defense have to be on their game. They have to get off the screens. They have to get back to their spots. If they don't, it's open threes. Other thing I don't like about this defensive scheme, icing, trapping, is that it's easy for the attacking player to attack the rim. It's easy to snake through this defense. There's no real rim protection with this defense. I know a lot of y'all counting on Mitchell Robinson, but we're going to get to that. I'm not even going to bring it up, even though I open my mouth, but I have to say something. What good is it if this defensive scheme is going to put too much stress on the players? And it's not effective. I know we have the third best record in the East, and I'm telling y'all, the players, we have all-stars on our team. We have dogs on our team. But we are going to win games. You know what I'm saying? But and we get out of the first round. I'm not even going to talk about championship no more. Let's be real. Because we got to come up against these elite teams. Okay, OKC is no longer a threat. You know what I'm saying? When we play OKC, that's just for props. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? That's just for props because there's no guarantee that OKC is going to be there. But just in case, that's another mental defect for the New York Knicks, knowing that we couldn't get over that hump. It's just the same defensive scheme every night, no matter who we play. Every night. I'm gonna get to that as well. I'm gonna talk about the Elite Seven that we lost to. Every night, the same thing from this coach. Every night, you would think that, like I said, we got our doors blowing off the hinges. That you would change the scheme up. You know what? Maybe start. I'm being real with you. Maybe she should have started Hooker 40 tonight, just for size, because we're not really expecting points from Achua. Let's be real. We're not expecting any points from Achua. We wouldn't be expecting any points from Hooker Party, but it would be size a deterrent out there on defense. You have to start changing it up, Tibbs. Let's get into that Elite 7. And the funny thing about it, 7 is one of my favorite numbers. I'm gonna be real with you. 7 is my favorite number. 7 is my favorite number. Now you look at the halftime score. That's why I was trying to say, like, this was a route from the beginning, man. This is the halftime stats. This was a route from the beginning. And the Knicks made them, don't get me wrong, the Knicks made a push. They brought the score down to 4 points. That deficit down to 4 points. And I said to myself, okay, we rocking, we rolling right now. And what do the Tibbs do? He put the starters back in. What I mean by the starters, he brung Brunson back in. Now, this is what I said. A lot of y'all are gonna probably, if I didn't say it earlier, but some of y'all is gonna probably hit me in the comments. But Jalen Brunson, when we got Jalen Brunson on the court, our offense is too predictable. And this is what I mean by adjusting for the moments. But that's the truth. Some of y'all may not agree with it, but when Jalen Brunson is on the court, our offense is too predictable. They know that he's the main focus on offense. He's going to have the ball in his hand. Dave's got to come up with a different scheme. Jalen got to, I know he's averaging, I think, a career high in assists. If I'm wrong, hit me in the comments. But I think this is the highest assist rating that he had, since being in the NBA. But our offense is becoming too predictable, even with Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson on the court. If you look at teams like Cavs, they have their stars. Boston Celtics, they have their stars, but their whole team touches the ball. Not just in desperation times, you know what I'm saying? That's how the Knicks be moving. They don't settle on, they don't take the game over, but it's when the Knicks are already discombobulated. That's when you see the star players say, we got them. Let's be real. When we drop down to 10, 15 points, that's usually when whatever team we playing, they star players say, we got them, and they just give it to us. They just give it to the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? But when the game start out, their offensive team, the ball moves so fluently. It doesn't stay with one guy. They don't try to pound it in. And if they pound it in, it's a guy cutting to the back. It's a backcourt, a back pass, backdoor pass. Stuff like that that's not in the Knicks offense. This is why we're not going to beat the elite teams. We're 0-7 against the elite teams. And there's never any adjustments. And I'm going to say this again to y'all Tom Thibodeau defenders. I don't want the man fired. Y'all hear me on my channel, riffing, raffing, whatever you want to call it. But I don't want him fired. I just want the man to understand he has to adapt. You have to adapt to today's game. It can't be all about isolation, Brunson off the dive, and Tibbs on high post. Not Tibbs, Towns high post. Because when Tibbs drive from that 3-point line, I'm not going to lie to you. Every time he drive from that 3-point line, my heart is in my throat. Like, he got up today, he limped up the court, and I thought he wasn't going to get back on the court. And that's another thing. He should not have been back on the court. We was already getting our butts blowing out. You know what I'm saying? This is the scores from the Cavs game. I want to just talk about that a little more. We're going to get to Robinson. But look at how other teams score. Look at the scoring from Cavs against the New York Knicks. Look at Brunson, 26, Towns, 23, Bridges, 14, Tua, 7, Dottie, 7. And Dottie, he's the fifth highest scoring in that game. And think about how many minutes he played. What I mean, I'm bringing this up because the ball don't move enough. Well, even when it moves, it's not, how can I say? Like I said, it's in desperation when other starters is putting up a shot. The offense is too predictable. Come on, hit me in the comments. Let me know. Tell me what y'all think. This offense is too predictable. It's going to Towns. It's going to Brunson. They're going to take up 12 to 13 seconds of the shot clock, maybe 15, before they think about passing it. Whereas you have other teams moving the ball frequently. Holiday would get the ball, boom, pass it to Porzingis. Porzingis passes to White. Now you got Brunson, and every time, this is what I'm talking about, the defensive scheme, because every time a player touches the ball is a trap. No matter who get the ball, we're trapping. And every time we trap, we're leaving players open. And if they're a good three-point shooting team, we're done. We're done, man. Listen, we're done. And this guy does not adapt to it. We're going to be playing these guys. We're going to be meeting either one of these teams, Boston or the Cavs, in the playoffs. Hopefully, and that will be in the second round. And what? We want another second round exit? Before, I was worried and talking about the guys not being ready. And right now, with 20-something games left, it don't make no sense to talk about him playing the reserve, because he's not. The bench more, he's not. We're not ready for the playoffs. I don't care what any one of y'all think. You can go whatever channel. They can give you 1, 2, 3 hours of talking about the Knicks. We're not ready for the playoffs. We're not. We're going to make the playoffs, but we also going to have an early exit. We're going to have that same taste in our mouth we had last year. I hope I'm wrong. Come on, I'm being real with you. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm being realistic. Not with the way Tibbs is coaching, not with the defensive scheme he's running, not with the offensive predictability. I don't care how hot Jalen Brunson get. He's not going to be that hot every game. And teams are expecting this. I bring the Bulls starting lineup, trust me, it's for a reason. And the reason I brung it up, because the Bulls beat us twice this year. And they damn near beat us again. The last time we played them, we barely beat them, and we had to go to overtime. And if that trade hadn't happened, if they still had the players, I believe we would have lost them games. And the reason we lose these games, these games are so tight, or we lost to teams like Boston, the Chicago Bulls, is because of the defensive scheme. It's like I said earlier, I try to slow down sometimes, but I get a little hype. Like I said earlier, it is the trapping. It's the ice. Always icing players to one side, leaving the half court open. I have to run back. I got to get from here. Josh Hart, I got to get from here to over there. That's an easy shot. If the player has got a night, if he got it going on, if he's shooting over 40% from downtown, that's damn near 80% three. I know analytics is telling the guy this. Come on, it got to be. The eyes are telling you this. The eyes. The eyes are telling you this. Teams are shooting 61% at one point. Cleveland shot 73% in the first quarter. Man. And the same thing, you bring the same thing out. All right, y'all. We ain't going to be too long on Mitchell Robinson. But I just want to say this right here. Y'all seen the thumbnail, and I'm going to be 100% real with y'all. It's not going to make a difference. And once again, I'm going to say this. I hope I'm wrong, but it's not going to make a difference if Mitchell Robinson return. Not if we're running the same defensive scheme. That's why I'm taking it back to the topic. Not if we're running the same defensive scheme. Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all just got to be real with yourself. It's not that the Knicks team is that bad that we cannot compete with the other top elite 7. It's the defensive scheme because we go on our runs. You know what I'm saying? We go on our runs, and then you see the exhausting. We cannot forget about the minutes that these guys are playing, and then it shows. Like Brunson went on his little thing, he got hot, but then late in the game, you see him, he come up and he make them pull-ups, and it just hit the rim. That's from tired legs. You know what I'm saying? And he's trying to rest him some more. And I know some of y'all are going to say, well, he's our only scorer. But once again, I go back to that. We're not moving the ball enough. You know what I'm saying? We're not putting other teams on their heels. We're not giving our guys open shots. Everything the Knicks take is contested. That's because of isolation. Pound, pound, pound. And sometimes the Knicks are so used to it. We had a couple of plays tonight that the ball was supposed to be passed back out when the guys is wide open, and it's not passed back out. This is what I'm talking about, Boston Celtics and other teams, how they offensive flow so fluently. And this is what I'm talking about when I say the Knicks offensive so predictable. Being real with y'all, is that predictable? And Mitchell Robinson returning is not going to make a difference. Last year, he averaged 6 points. Y'all really believe that him coming back, that he's going to make a difference, that much of a difference? Because I'm not going to say he's not going to make a difference on defense, but you think he's going to make that much of a defense that's going to improve the defense to where we're going to be stopping teams like Boston and the Cavs in the playoffs if we don't make any alterations to the defensive scheme? Then y'all smoking what them guys smoking in Central Park. It ain't good for you. If y'all believe that Mitchell Robinson return is going to come back and make a difference for this team, I want to say so. I want to hope so, but I'm realistic. So you want to hear a channel say, okay, the Celtics did this to us, and the Knicks is not back up to full strength. As soon as Mitchell Robinson come back, watch when Mitchell Robinson come back. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. No, son. I'm being real with y'all, and it's time for y'all to be real with yourself. It's not going to make a difference as long as we running this scheme. Mitchell Robinson return is not going to elevate the Knicks past Boston nor the Cavs unless we make changes on the defense. Match up bodies. Hey, we know we need Brunson. We go to that bench. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to back up, but because I wanted to throw this quote in there, and it's from Kenny Atkins. And Atkins said this the other night when I was watching the Cleveland game. And it wasn't come out of his mouth, but it was the announcer. The announcer said when he spoke to Kenny Atkins, and Atkins was like, yo, let me tell you, I don't stick to a set group. I'm playing whoever's playing that night, and I let my guys know. Whoever got it going on, then I'm going with you. That means if Donovan Mitchell, and come on, we know Donovan Mitchell not going to be sitting there. I'm just trying to make a point. But if Garden ain't having a good game, you might see somebody else come in. And we have seen that. He's going to come back in and get his. You've seen the way Kenny Atkins use his players, work his rotations. It's not a set rotation. It's whoever getting busy. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell's going to be in there. Garland going to be in there. The starters are going to play because the starters are starters. But when it comes to the bench and the reserve, you want to call them third stringers. It's whoever performing well that night. If I got to search and pull something out the hat, okay, you're not doing something. You play I got you in there 4 minutes. You ain't making no difference. You getting burnt on defense. All right, you get in there. You know what I've been talking about. Wow, you not shooting well. Okay, you get in there. Tibbs fans, okay, you're not shooting well. I'll take you out for a minute. You get back in here. I'll bring you back in 5 minutes later. Oh, you still not shooting well, but you don't worry about it. Your spot is safe. Meanwhile, somebody itching to make a point on the bench is this on the bench. Somebody that's itching to impress the coach is just on the bench. And then when they do get a chance to play, their nerves, their adrenaline, everything is taking over their game. This isn't, like I said, you got to put your players in comfortable situations. And Tibbs don't do that. And I know I sound like I'm advocating for firing this guy, but I don't know. I'm going to be real with you. Because I say I don't want him fired. I want him to adapt. But I want to win the championship. So whatever's going to get the Knicks to a championship, we got the players. We got the talent. We made the sacrifices. The coach got to get aboard with that, man. You got to. Now I'm going to finish this video off with Hart and Towns. In my last video, y'all heard me say Hart could be out for weeks, maybe months. And I was very worried, surprised when Hart came in back into tonight's game. He missed 2 games. And after looking up the injury, in my last video, I said I can't pronounce it. I'm not even going to pronounce it. I thought he would have missed at least 3 to 4 games. I was hoping they set him out because they said he needed rest. They said that this can last for weeks. If it got any more severe, it could be months. And it's caused by overuses. And we see that Josh Hart got to play that power forward position. It's another area where the Knicks is vulnerable at. And as a coach, I don't understand why you don't see, okay, he's getting rebounds, but it's putting too much pressure on him. And it's taking players out of position. You know what I'm saying? It's taking players out of position. I thought Hart came back too soon, and I hope I'm wrong. Towns, after he went down, I really thought, we was going to leave him on the bench. We was already down by significant points. It was no way we was coming back. It was already 3 minutes left in the game. Towns should have been on the bench. All right, let's look at it like this, all right? When you buy a car and something happened to that car, and you got something going wrong, transmission, whatever. Okay, I got to get it to the mechanic. But the longer you take not taking that car to a mechanic, the worse that transmission get. So when Towns got hurt, you're supposed to take him out off that. Like, this is like, it's not like it's halftime is coming up in 5 minutes. We can take him in the back, look at him, make sure he's good. We got 3 minutes left in the game. Transmission got a problem. We're not going to drive it again till we let the mechanic look at it. Let's take it and put it in the garage. Towns should have been sitting on the bench in a game that we knew we was not coming back. Let's be real, we was not coming back. Well, under 50 minutes under left in the game, Celtics didn't even attempt a shot. Twice they win the shot clock violation. They understood, right? Why? Wow, we up. It don't make any difference. It don't make any sense to go down there, drive through the hoop, or try to make a 3 or jump shot, land on somebody's foot, and get hurt. We're winning the game. And I say that because if vice versa, the Knicks would have been trying to get them baskets. Excuse me. And that's the difference from coaching, y'all. Knowing the moment. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Will we beat an elite team? I think we played the Cavs 2 more times, Boston 1 more time, and that's it. We have 3 more chances to prove to the NBA world that the Knicks are contenders and not pretenders. Because let's be real, we are pretenders. They're not going to like it coming out my mouth. I don't like it coming out my mouth. But the Knicks are pretenders right now. And the reason I say that, because if you cannot beat the top teams, then you are a pretender. It's not like, okay, We lost one game. They beat us one game. I mean, we won one game. They beat us one game. We fighting it out, okay, to see who's going to. It's not even in that. It's we getting our butts whipped every time we come up against these teams. Every time. So you gotta say the Knicks are pretenders. I mean, because this is what I mean by pretenders. We can beat them other teams. We can beat y'all, and that's why we look good. Yeah, the Knicks is on fire, unstoppable, #2 offense in the league. Yo, the Knicks is this, the Knicks is that. But it's not real. I mean, when I say it's not real, it's like if we can't beat the top teams, then you're pretenders. But like I said earlier in the video, there is a silver lining in the cloud, and that is that this regular season is not the playoffs. And when the playoffs come, anything is possible. You know, pride will definitely be on the line. And yeah, I said, maybe there'll be a team in the first round that take out the Cavs and the Celtics. And who would be the favorite? The New York Knicks. But if the Knicks don't change this scheme, whoever we play will come in with so much confidence that they would say, if we just beat the Celtics, if we just beat the Cavaliers, we definitely can beat the Knicks. But like I said, that's just my silver lining, the playoffs. That when we get to the playoffs, that the Knicks step their game up. Excuse me, Tibbs make some adjustments, and teams, somebody give us some help. I'm just being real. All right, with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, and peace.